Good morning, everybody. How you doing? I am Altair, and I am covering a tutorial piece on how to do a elite farm. This applies for all the planes, but I'm going to be covering on Deimos because that's one that's a little bit more intricate than the other two planes as far as Orbalis and or Fortuna, as far as standings and stuff. So without further ado, before I get right into the gameplay, if you like the content or have any questions, please feel free and put that into the comments down below. If you haven't yet, hit that follow or sub button. It'd be greatly appreciated to help grow the channel. Without any further ado, let's get to it. The farm is going to be about approximately 30 minutes, and in order to make sure that you're going to benefit and maximize your gameplay, might as well make sure that you are well prepared for whatever it is that you might be seeking to achieve. So make sure I get everything set up in the speed style for my gear wheel. Let's move this here. So it should be. So once I pull up my gear wheel here, once I jump in, got my trank gun, fishing rod, and my drill. This drill here is the best drill that you can get. You can get this from the mining dude down on Fortuna, and you're going to want to pick up the two additional widgets that go with it. This is the best drill in the game. If you have the other ones from Cetus, after you acquire this one here, you can just throw this in the trash, sell them, get your measly credits back for them. Alrighty, so now that my gear wheel is all set up and got all the randomized junk I had on there off, without any further ado, let's head right down there. Going straight to the Cambrian Drift. I'm not even going to the Necrolis. Let me set a timer. Okay, so we are out here on the Cambrian Drift of Deimos, and now let's get this thing cooking. Whether you're new to the game or not, it really doesn't make a difference. You're going to need to acquire as much of this stuff as physically possible, so you're going to want to farm the hell out of everything. Make your life easier in the long run, especially like I'm doing this for informational purposes for clanmates, but in the same token, you never know what DE is going to introduce into the game later on, so you better be better off being prepared rather than left in the dust and have to constantly go back and go, well, crap, I needed this or that. And make it a hell of a lot easier to put forth half an hour a week just to be, on the conservative side. I mean, you don't have to. I mean, it's your game. You play it however you want. This is, like I said, this is solely an informational piece where that you can maximize everything that you can possibly get out of a single gameplay. Now, if I actually had some Nightwave stuff that I could do alongside with this here, I would be incorporating that into it. But unfortunately, I do not have anything that coexists with this right now. So, go save this pup, or whatever it is. Get the quick autopilot. Hey, welcome. Yeah, one of the things that people seem to do when they come out to any of the planes, they're only going for specific things. They're not utilizing what they could potentially for everything else. I mean, And it's honestly the fastest way to level up on any planes is to do some hunting, fishing, and mining, rather than doing the bounties, which gives you crap payout as far as standings go. But unless you're going for specifics of mods, frame pieces, etc., then by all means do that there. And it also gets you acclimated to doing specific bounties. Excuse me. So when you're out here running about, I mean, this it seems like a no-brainer, but and it goes to your individual playstyle. Not saying any is right or any is wrong. This is just my way of going about doing it, and I can't highly encourage enough anybody at any rank in this game here not to be farming. Because I mean, as they add more stuff into the game here, you're going to be backpedaling and try to get specific resources, whether it be, just the stuff that are floating about the plains or just killing enemies. And as people learn through farming, your life gets a little easier when you have a giant stockpile sitting on, rather than having to constantly go back, forth, back, forth, back, forth. It seems counterintuitive, as well as boring and unproductive. So if this bit could help you, anybody, who's either new to this game, a veteran in this game. Oh, hello, little buggers. Little white ones. That's fun. Hey, shit, so I'm gonna ride one and I'm gonna capture the other. Hey, get up here. Sit. Really? Sit down.
Quite an achievement to bring one of those down without.
Hello. Oops. Straight in the eyeball. Oh, I'm bad. Let's go for a ride. Yeah, you can ride them like a K-Drive. You never tried that before? It's worth it. There you go. Hey, get my inventory.
I salute your efforts. You didn't try to trank a velocipede while riding another velocipede, did you? Don't. I watch someone try. It usually doesn't end well.
One of the things, especially when you're fishing out here in Deimos, it's a lot easier to catch that the fish without bait for the most part. Otherwise, if not, you're actually gonna have to pick up the little blood droplets after the two arms are beating the crap out of each other and splatters all over the place. Don't know what that looks like. Yeah, see if I can find a spot. Boom, right there. Red or blue? Man, honestly, the amount of, if you spend a half an hour here out here one time and just pick up everything that you could possibly acquire, it'll save you so much headaches later on in the game. Ooh, I hear a parasite. And those are not parasites. Are they? No, those things are about pilots. Oh no, they're parasites. I'll wait till they get beat up. There's one. Now, when they go down like that there, these are the ones that you can go over to the sun inside of the necrolist and convert these into your own pets. But in order to do that there, I mean, you still get the tags and stuff that you need.
Listen, don't you think? One less arrow set aside after the meeting. Things
You
will
know,
keep
those are the
going.
easy ones. I mean, you can actually sit there and as long as you have all the required lures and pheromones, if you prefer to use those to get more elaborate, whatever the animal is, or bug or pest. Another thing that I always try to do while I'm out here, while I'm, out of sight, out of mind, is you can always sit here and just take out your smash scanner and get some quick points while you're out here. I mean, literally, it's better off to utilize your time most efficiently because you're going to need stuff from Samaris, especially if you pick up Oculus Sentinel from the business down in Fortuna. Then you can go, as long as you acquire enough standings, you can go to Samaris to pick up the Botanist mod, which will then equip that to the Oculus and it'll scan all the plants and it'll illuminate the fish. So it's like basically two in one deal. Especially if you have not done the the Silver Grove quest, it'll help you prepare for that too. And if you have, great. That way, when Nightwave brings up defeat a Silver Grove Spectre, or you're up for farming, say growing power, and that's how you acquire it there. The best way to do that would probably be the capture mission on Earth or the sabotage. Is usually the two best places to kill the fish. I just saw one. Yeah, it's right there. Hopefully I can find one that has actually a jackpot slot so I can show you guys real quick how to get the most out of your mining experiences. This one does not. Because, I mean, if you hit those just right and you actually get them, it makes your life so much easier because you can get so many more resources out of one node rather than going to multiple and redundant and repetitive with it. Stop shooting me. Thank you. Come on, face hugger. Let me go get this poor little bugger.
Just a moment. Stasis will arrest the spread of the infestation for now. Bring the stricken beast to me, and we can discuss how to proceed.
Oop, shit. That's out of bounds. Damn you, Helios, you angry little monkey. Stop killing everything. Trying to take pictures. Just get anger issues. That's alright. There we go. There's a blood pool. So this is Foss, and the blue one is Voam. Essentially, they're fish bait. But you also need them to turn this stuff in for turn it in for father so that you can buy tokens, which I'll cover that one as soon as I get in after I'm done with this little mini session here. Let's try to keep an eye on the time. Alright. And you'll actually see how much stuff is actually acquired. You know I am not running a booster, but if you do run boosters, you're going to get double the amount, which makes it even better for you in the long run. And I'm talking about an actual resource booster, not a resource drop can. Big difference between the two of them. Why am I get... Alright, where's the fugly tree?
I'm sure this one put up a fight. Well done for bringing it in alive.
Hello. Yeah. So, to give you a breakdown, like the majority of the resources that are in on Deimos would be directed towards father's store. All all the animals would be the son, and all the fish would be the daughter. Obviously, you got mining, which is OTAC, which is kind of play on Dumb and Dumber. You got Lloyd and OTAC, smart and dumber ones. Hopefully that's not a Cripplex. It's little angry chihuahuas that bite. Yeah, out here you definitely have to look up too because you never know, there might be an alligator. Hi, bud. Here, here's a quick tip. All right, fish. Hopefully that's not one that's of rarity. No. Oh, actually it is. You can, if you're looking for specific type of fish, I would recommend using the Wikipedia to see exactly where the fish spawn and what cycles they spawn in. Because some are outside, some are in the cave. Like the Nixostomata is a cave-dwelling fish, and it only comes out, I think, at nighttime, which this is currently nighttime, so. Nighttime, the mechs are running around. Daytime, they are not. Hello. I mean, seriously, you did this for a half an hour, you could easily rack up 5,000 to 6,000 points depending on what your daily standings is. That has a lot to do with your mastery rank. Obviously, the higher your mastery rank, the more points you'll have allotted to you for specific things, especially standings for factions. I don't know, once you get up there, especially when you hit like rank 5 on any of the open plane vendors, you're talking 132,000 points. Where that you start off. Alright, there's a predicate over here somewhere. I heard you. I've been playing this game way too long. Done this way too many times. But you know what? I enjoy this. I enjoy doing this here because one, it takes off the. It's it's relaxing for one, but two, you also need the resources too. So it's not like you're just in here dicking around. You're like, oh, sitting in a relay or try to hawk all your crap over at Merlin's Bazaar. Where are you? Nope, down the ground. I can't resist.
It'll serve you loyally, but first we need to address the infestation in the system. Pay me a visit soon.
If you're going to do vaults, are the only way you can actually access a lot of the tunnels that are down below. So I mean, if you're running a solo, take your sweet time and farm whatever you can because some of them you can't access until you actually access the kiosks for those specific quests. They also do have. Let's see if I can actually. There's. That's a fugly tree. Sleeping. Good. Yeah, that'll keep you busy. Attack that. So if you actually come out here, some of these areas that you wouldn't be like vaults and stuff like that, you wouldn't be able to access them out here. You'd actually have to constantly go back inside. The way to avoid doing that there is actually just run two of them consecutive and then pick any research mission after that. It does say um, you'll obviously it's not going to be locked for me, but once I go into, you can actually see there'll be a little lock next to it say house cleaning, which is actually a vault, research vault, which gives you usually about 5 runs or so. And then some can be tedious. One of my favorites is the Juggernaut, or we call him Truffleuphagus, because you're hunting down truffles. And daughter immerses herself in the joy of getting faced by Juggernaut truffles. Hey, to each her own, I guess. More fish bait. Yeah, unfortunately, when you're actually out here doing these here, you'll have more in abundance of the bone ones, which are the blue ones, in comparison to the red ones. But if you're out here long enough, say you're out here, I wouldn't personally stay out here longer than an hour just because how buggy the game is and always has been and will be. That way you don't take the risk of losing all your stuff. Do a quick reset. Just go inside and do what you gotta do, and then go forth from there. You know what? All right, I'm throwing the babysitter out. Here, you contend with them. See, as you can see in the right in the dead center, the two widgets. One is extends range, and the other one quiets the drill down. So. And those can be acquired, as I said earlier, on Fortuna by seeing the mining guy. And it is the best drill in the game. Excuse me. Yep, awesome bad guys down. Married. Free tags. One of the things that they did do recently within the last 2 months is that one, I don't know if it's a glitch or not, so if anybody from DE is watching or listening, please check into it because when you were getting perfect captures of animals, whether they're down or not, you used to get 6 tags. Now you get 3, so it's been cut in half essentially all across the board. It used to be 2, 4, 6. And that was without a booster, and now it's been reduced to where it's more of a tedious grind. Which, I don't mind doing it in the first point anyways, because I find it fun and relaxing. Quick tip. Unalerted enemies that you are scanning are going to be at the maximum value compared to ones that are alerted, which would be like, 80% off. So, get a here. I need to take a sip. Unfortunately. Ooh, an ava. Look at that, an avocado. Why, hello there, buddy. Well, shit. That's not what my intention was. Got him. You better give me credit for that avocado. Yeah, my face. Yeah, let me check on time real quick. Alright, 7 moments. I know there's an avocado around here somewhere because I just heard it. Wait a minute, did I fall on the ledge or something? Nope, it went to wander over yonder. These are, like, hopefully this video helps everybody. Yes, I am live on Twitch right now, but the video will be actually posted to my YouTube channel as well, so you can go back for references, unless you prefer to be on that platform itself. Yeah, this is what I feel that can maximize anybody's potential growth and gameplay in here. That way you're not struggling and it's fun to do with others. I mean, when you are, I don't know if it can change or not, but I'm still testing out to see what might be glitched or might have been changed without, notification. But when you're hunting animals in a group, as long as you're within 200 meters, you get credit for the tags. I keep my Helios on when I'm doing this type of stuff here because, in case you come across one you haven't added to your codex, he'll do the scanning for you. You don't have a Helios, then just take out your codex scanner and you can scan things from there. Smile, buddy. See what I mean? Go away. And you will need a lot of this here. You can scan these if you want to, but I wouldn't really waste my time. Or 10 points. I'm all about efficiency and maximizing my gameplay to its fullest. That way I can concentrate my efforts and resources to more important matters. Oh, here's a trick not to do. So, a lot of people that are just getting into using their Arcwing and then dismiss, and wind up slamming the ground and killing everything around them. I mean, if that's not your intention, then all you have to do is point up in the sky and then just release, and then you'll fall safely to the ground and you won't kill anything, not even yourself. I mean, this place is stupid easy to fish. Oof. That is an Undezoa. Where are you? These things, if I can actually find it, these things are ugly. There they are. These guys here take typically about 2 shots to put these guys down. Oh, where you going there, big boy? Yeah, these guys are ugly here.
11 nightmare smart gear. You're ours now.
Mm-mm. Looks like an oversized bed bug or something.
But not unworthy of affection.
And just for the record, if you guys don't know what those little numbers are that pop up when you're actually catching fish and stuff like that, that's actually what you consider XP. Yeah, man, you can literally sit here and level things up just by fishing. Yeah, man, at 3 to 5, 10 points at a piece, it would take forever to level something up. But in the same token, everything helps. Like that I just picked up, that is a focus pool, which if you have uh, uh, if you have lenses equipped to your Warframe and all your weapons, etc., you'll earn standings for those respective school classes. I'm not earning, well, I'm earning them, but it doesn't do me any good because I've actually just in the last 2 months finished all my schools. Schools are for this person. Oh, maybe I'll look out and find. Oh, this Cripplex. Is that? No. Let's see if I can find them. These guys are like the little. Yeah, they are. These guys are like the little angry chihuahuas of freaking Warframe. One, two. Hey, buddy. Yeah, so instead of going like this and killing it,
This one's
the hell? Should probably check the ceilings, make sure it's not no, it's another Cripplex. Ooh, these are mean ones.
I've got a nice clump of ganglions for this little one. Deimos isn't about to run out of these anytime soon.
You know, there's a little bastard. You killed it, didn't you? Nope. Ooh. Alright. See that green pool right there? That usually means
Very well done, Tenno. Once it recovers from the sedation, it'll think
there
itself in
is one on
paradise.
the ceiling. Viridian next to Farah.
A Viridian next affair, tethered neatly snapped. Enviable.
Most most of the bugs and or animals out here have two kinds. Oh shit, wrong one. You have to hit them right there in the edge of that tail.
You made it to a dead body. It'll be fine.
I'm not looking for
I have
perfection.
plenty of Cryptolax to feed it.
All right, check on time. All right, so I ran over a little bit. So here, let me show you what the capitalization looks like here, and see how much stuff I actually pulled out of here in a 30-minute farm. I hope if I go in the right direction. Ooh, the time? I was gonna say no. Look at that! I got 39 points for the vintage by riding the the Velocipod. But I mean, as you can see, just for 30-minute farm, I mean, there's quite a bit of stuff. I mean, if I was really trying and not focusing on specific things. Now that you've acquired all your stuff, I'm going to show you what to do with it. Fathers, this way. I mean, you can run up to them directly, or so.
Let's see
Go
if
in
we can do
here.
something for each other.
Now, what I would personally do is obviously buy the larger ones here. So, like I said, the phosphor residue, the fish bait. This is where you're gonna spend the stuff in here, and this is by you acquiring all these tokens and stuff like that. This is how you rank up. You trade these tokens in for standings, which I'll actually show you how to do that real quick after I visit all of the respected vendors. And if you don't know how many you have, if you look up in the top right hand corner, next right behind my pitiful plat, which I really don't need it, but that tells you how many
Well,
tokens that you do
dangerous
have. I
place.
mean, I just stockpile
Dangerous
in here because
places
occasionally I come
require
down here and
lots
then
of
I
preparation.
go to Grandma's Oddities. Hey, appreciate the follow. Thank you very much. After I'm done with my stream, I
Pleasure
will look
transacting
you
with
up
you.
and follow you back. So here's the grandmama. This is the boss of the family. She's the
Should have
one that
known
doesn't put up with
better.
any shit from
In
anyone.
tainted flesh, he mocked his own parents.
Well,
Coming back.
I'll finish with her last. Yeah, I'll come over here because Otak is right here. This is the dude you.
We are good friends. It's
Each one of them
good.
has something. This is like kind of. I mean, unless you really want to spend the plot, which I wouldn't recommend it. I mean, that's entirely up to you. Just farm the stuff. It's easy. Always pick the greater amount, providing that you have the
Great way
materials
to
to
do
do
this.
so. So all so once you don't have something, it'll be like or not enough. It'll gray it out.
I can do great things with this.
Fantastic. What's that? You can shove them all up your ass. I don't care.
Mining is good. You're a good miner, Chip. Keep on mining.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Later. All right. I'm just gonna pass travel. I'll go to the daughter because the sun is at the bottom of the hill from that
I
there.
wasted years being angry with my brother for what he did to my specimens. Now I think they meant more to him than they ever did
So
to me.
now the fish is the same for all three planes. There's no difference. You have to cut them up in order to get the specific parts unless they're actually requiring fish. And there are specific builds and materials that you have to acquire from each of the individual fish. So I mean, you go see the respective person, the fish lady on See This, you see the business on Fortuna, and then
Poor Kaylee thinks
see
this
daughter
family may
here.
have a future.
So
Monotony is bearable.
this is
They'll
the
kill you.
and the parasite revivification is all those ones that were knocked down by them being out in battle. So this is where you would actually come in here and apply set. Like I'll give you a quick, like if you want to do this here, you just
As you
click on
wish.
that, and then this here just gives you the different effects. None right, none wrong. It's personal choice, unless you're looking for a specific type. But as far as captured, this is where you trade in all those tags that you get from all those animals that you had picked up along the way. Like there's the Viridian Nextifera, the various Undazoa. So, and then I'll give you guys the breakdown once I get over to grandmother. That way you can actually see if something is actually worth it or not. As far as these tokens are the second highest value for this faction, so as long as you're dealing with the Andrade family, if you want to use the most
I
to
look forward to
get
your
the most bang
return.
out of your buck, so to speak, as far as this goes here. Mother, there's no point in going to see her because the only way you really get mother tokens is by doing the bounties. Lloyd is a whole different entity. I'll actually pop down him afterwards, but that is the sub
We
entity for
are
sub
nameless.
vendor for each
Relations
of
existed
the planes.
only in relation. Deimos has stolen more than flesh from us.
Sub vendor, like you see Kanzu on Cetus to get your standings up with him, and then you have uh, excuse me, Anko, which you start getting your amps from, and arcanes for your operator, and as well as operator gear and stuff like that.
Let's you and I have a chin wag.
So right here, if I now, as you can see, how it specifically says how many tokens you need to buy the grandmother tokens. Now, grandmother tokens are worth 1,500 points apiece. So sons are worth 500, and the other four, yes, daughter, Otak, mother, and father, are all worth 100 points apiece. So I mean, give that, take that with a grain of salt when you are doing that. The thing is, with grandmother, if you have not done anything on Deimos or even started the harder Demo quest, you're gonna need to at least acquire a total of 40 of grandmother's
Thank
tokens,
you, dear. Very
and
kind.
I'll show you why. Because, all right, you're gonna need
And
this,
I could persuade them to throw in
this
a
thing
bone.
here, which costs 20 grandmother's tokens in order to get the Sari Glass Shard, which you get for, I believe, the Trumna and uh, the Morgan. And I think actually, I'm from, if I don't haven't forgotten, I think you need one additional other one. But these things are pricey, but this is where you can come in and you go do shopping and stuff like that for, other random stuff. I bought a crap load of those. But yeah, just random
Beg your
stuff that they
pardon.
have.
I didn't
So right
understand.
here is where you take all your
Floor,
tokens
dear.
that you have acquired to earn your standings. Well, I'm not capped, so good thing I spent some earlier. So grandmother tokens are 1,500 apiece. Mother, father, daughter, OTAC are all 100 apiece. The son is 500. So if I was gonna do this here, because where that I am legendary 2 or MR32, I get 3,200 standings per day, and they reset every day at game reset, which is 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. You just have to do the conversion for wherever you are generally located globally. So if I was going to do this here, I would just say, okay, screw it. I'm going to pick Mother's token. So there, I add 10,000 points. But, you know, there I'm capped there, and then I go like this. And then there's my 32,000 points, and then I can redeem it and acquire my standings and then go from there.
As
But
you wish.
I'm not going to do that right now.
Be-
That way you guys can get a general idea on how to do that. And this is the only plane that is different from all the other ones. Just for argument's sake, let's take a quick tour of the other two. And I still have a little personal time left before I have to get off to go do a quick job. So I'll leave the necklace, and then I will take you down to Fortuna's so that you can see where you can purchase the send point drill and the widgets. And the same principle applies. I mean, I was stating on the planes where that you can get your and this is you really need to. I mean, putting this off on all three of your planes kind of limits you what you can do in the game, especially where the once you get the introduction for the helmet segment for your orbiter, and then you can start feeding your basic frames to it, and then start acquiring abilities. You have to do that through the sun, so you're always gonna have to be farming the tags in order to convert it over to do stuff like that. Business is right there. No, actually, no. This is rude, dude. This is where you get your kick guns. Not that I want to be a tour guide for Fortuna. I gotta say, personally, despise this place. Business is over here. Or this mining dude, right? Mining dude! This is where you come to get your Sunpoint drill, plasma drill. So, I don't remember what rank you have to, I think it would be one or two or something like that. And then these are the additional things. So, those numbers, if you don't know what those are, that is standings that you need to purchase the items with. So if I was to buy it, it's gonna tell me I already own it. But I'm capped with them here, so essentially when I go like this here. Huh? Well, hell, they must have added something new because I must not have that. Oh, screw it, I'm gonna buy it. I can. So this is where you can actually turn in your mining stuff. Same principle applies. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Let me go spend some standings. Where's that godlike thing? I'll buy the stupid glyph. Yeah, yeah, shut up. Uh, like I can do this here, but I mean, as far as you guys here, you're gonna want to save some in this inventory because you actually need to buy the blue. Actually, let me show you those. Buy the blueprints from all the. Yeah, well, let's narrow this down. So you're gonna want to buy all these here eventually with uh, with your standings, because then you can build these here right on your orbiter, right in your foundry, and you're gonna need these things here to build multi loads of tools, weapons, impairments, and other accessories. You're gonna need this stuff here throughout the entire game. So that's why I can't emphasize, the point of this video here, where that, farming's important. I mean, like my personal opinion, the worst farm in the game is cryotic. First of all, who the hell wants to sit there and babysit mining drills all day long just to get crap in return? That I would highly advise if you're gonna sit there and go do a cryotic farm, get yourself a booster. At least you'll double your efforts because from my experience and no exaggeration, you're gonna need about 3/4 of a million. cryotic to build everything in the game, and that doesn't include, the additional stuff that you're going to need. Oh, I need that little bugger. I'll have to run this later.
I'm not gonna lie, we could use you.
So, like, once you get into, like, I'm not gonna cover like where to buy what and who's and nots and stuff like that. That, I mean, that in a nutshell is how you should farm everything. I mean, you know what? Who cares if someone gets pissed at you because you stop to open up a locker or break in and open a couple crates? In all honesty, if you're gonna do that type of farming, you might as well do it during like a survival or something where that you guys can, appropriate the correct characters to help maximize your farming potential. You know, again, boosters help. I mean, even if you have, say, Smita Kava and they proc, and then you get, double me kitty. So, I mean, literally, this is like every blueprint that you can get for mining stuff, and that goes by all three planes. I mean, literally, you need minerals of different types just to make specific ones. And the placids, in anything infested, uh, that is, that's all Deimos. These are all Deimos. I mean, after you've done this for a while, I mean, I've been playing this game here for just over 3 years, and yes, I'm a plethora of information. And if you guys ever need help or something like that, feel free to hit me up in game. I will gladly run with you. Just not in the next like 15 minutes because I gotta run out the door. Hit me up. Add me on PSN. If you're, thank you. Love you, honey. That's my wife. Loving my life right there. Get to work. Yeah, there's so much stuff that you could possibly do. You know what? Hell, maybe I'll even throw you a ribbon, just because I can. I have too many. It says I have 107, but I actually have 19 that I still need to crack. That's a different segment. But yeah, I mean, I'll take the quick trip down to see this. I mean, and this is where it actually shows you how important it is to farm because you know what, doing this stuff repetitively sucks. I'll tell you right now, it gets boring. People get burnt out, rage quit, whichever. However you want to look at this game here. Mwah. Thank you, hon. I goes, you know what? If you don't, I can't emphasize enough. If you cannot, if you don't know where something is, feel free look up on any search engines. I'm not gonna say Google because there's too many of them. Look up at the Warframe Wikipedia. It is a fan base created website, and it'll tell you everything on everything in this game, including when Baron Katir is coming and what he's bringing. You know, I mean, if you need builds and stuff like that, and I take this with a grain of salt, you can go to overframe.com and listen and look at whatever weapon or frames builds from other people. But like I tell my clanmates, you know, builds are like an omelet. You take someone else's and you try it and you think it sucks. Well, guess what? Make it your own. You just change it up until you get it to whatever specific play style is yours. I mean, none are right, none are wrong. There's something for everything and everyone. All right, where's the fishing lady? There she is. Fish a high look. Oh shit! I did want to go to. This here is going to be your friend until you can get yourself an Oculus from Fortuna. This here will eliminate all the fish. You will need all three of these spears. Different fish require different ones, and you can't use a shock spear. I mean, you can use it; it's just not going to end well. Probably going to wind up killing the fish. These three here you will need throughout the course of the game. The upgraded versions for the shock spear that business sells, and the other high-end one that daughter sells, you'll need eventually. Actually, crap, I'll just go right outside so I can actually pull this menu up. I'm gonna give you a quick tutorial since I got about just under 3 minutes before my record. Now, again, this is based on my gameplay. I mean, you guys can modify it to however you want. You can tell me go pound sand, indulge yourselves. So, fishing. So, let me get since it is. Mm, no, I'm not gonna try it. I'm not even gonna try for idle on right now. 3 minutes off. Shut up, kitty. So, fishing. Now, this is a. I only had one on my gear wheel. As soon as you get in here and you actually hold your R1 and then hit your X button, it will pull up every fishing spear that you own. So you do not have to equip all these into your gear wheel. It gives you a sub window. Same thing with the baits, pheromones, and call lures. Yeah, I'll just pick one. Baits. Piss off. I'm fishing. Bad kitty. I just do this habitually. I do this what I'm thinking. Oops. Hopefully I get the right spear on. Oh, no, I don't. That's why. Durr. Come back. The one I'm actually fishing for is the mark ray, and it doesn't make a difference. They are saltwater fish, and they will come out day or night, but you need the baits to pull them out of the water because they are deep water fish. These guys are all day, every day. There we go. This, I know it's awful with it. Ugly, but worth a lot of points. And that's one of the things that, I'm trying to save you guys, the aggravation and everything else. Where that, you can stockpile fish, you can stockpile mining gems, and then just come down when you need to build up your standings. What I'm advising you guys to with helps you out in any shape and form. It's been my pleasure. And hopefully it works out for you. And if you do like the content of this video, please drop a follow or a sub. Leave a comment. I'll get back to every one of you. And without further ado, I need to go to work. Y'all take care. Have a great day. And happy hunting, Tenno.